That's The Witcher 3 playthrough, Blood and Wine, episode number 10, and wow. Perfect bills. Because it's going to be a bright, brand new day. I know it's been almost a whole month, 3 to 4 weeks, but we're back at it. And we're going to push. We're going to push to complete Blood and Wine. I think the last thing we accomplished was we helped Lady Vivienne. We freed her from her curse. That was one of the big things we've done. And now we need to go talk to Jacob the Woodcutter, which I believe is going to start us down another path of side quests. Or was it Extreme Cosplay? I did complete Extreme Cosplay in the last stream. Anyways, let's see where we are and where we have to go. And if you can see in the top corner there, we're very close to leveling up, and we'll probably level up this stream, actually. And by the way, the Witcher patch today, I'm not even sure what the enhancements or improvements are. Have I been here before?
Stay with me a bit longer, Lady Daphne.
It's like a murder.
You, Jacob?
Heel, Moholt. Down. Who asks?
A Witcher. Saw your notice.
Hold up. A Witcher, you say? Like in Luis Herrera's tales, other than a green, bleeding leprechaun I am. See? Not a soul around believes this tree is Daphne, the cursed lady of legend. But you could lift the curse.
Bit too old to believe in bedtime stories, aren't you?
Want your chops busted, Witcher? How old I am, that is none of your poking concern.
Fair point. Not my business what you believe, either.
Ha! I'm content we see eye to eye.
So what makes you think there's a girl cursed inside the tree?
Well, I came out with my dog, Moholt, to cut her down. Axe in hand, a broad swing I took. The edge burrowed deep in her trunk, and bum-botch me if blood didn't spurt forth. My jaw dropped in the dirt. But right then I knew. Every jot of it in the tale of Daphne, Gareth, and the Witch of Lynxcrag.
Don't tell me. From Herrera's Tales and Fables.
You talking bet. Second edition. I meant it in octavo. I know those tales by heart. My nan read them to put me to sleep.
Guess she read it cover to cover, colophon included. Got me curious, gotta admit. You really think the old tales are true?
Taking the weepy, are you? Do you think me balmy?
No, it's just these are dark, grim times. No room for knights pure of heart or happily ever afters. So I don't often run into folk like you.
Yes, true, the times are crud pie. But I see this as all the more reason to remember the tales. My gran would say, if you know not what to do, think to the chessboard knight and noble Alondra, and the path they would choose. She schooled me so thorough in it, I could not do otherwise, even if I wished to.
I have no idea what he's alluding to.
Let me take a look at the tree.
Careful now.
But as soon as I walked up here, I was like, it was kind of obvious to me that there's blood on this tree.
I swear I hear sobs in the rustling leaves.
Yeah.
Actually does bleed. Looks like human blood too. And the bark resembles hypertrophic scars in places. Medallions humming like crazy. Intense magic at work here. Blood seeped from the direction of the tree, judging by the shape of the stain. Logger was making good time. Strange, though. Willow's isolated. No other trees near it.
And? Did you look at the tree close?
Mm-hmm. Actually does bleed. Pretty incredible. Looks wondrous.
Did I not say so?
My help doesn't come free, you know.
You speak to a lowly woodcutter. No stench of coin about me.
Okay, so he wants to offer me 100. Let's shoot for that 25% bonus rate. We probably won't get it.
Lower. You must go lower. Willing I am to pay, but I've not near that much. Agreed. I will pay as soon as the young mate is free.
He paid an extra 20%.
Willing to help, but first I gotta figure out where to start.
No need. Miss Daphne and Sir Gareth shared a terrible and fearsome love for each other. Yet to prove himself worthy of her hint, Gareth was to face the Witch of Lynx Crag. Before Sir Gareth set off for the hill, Miss Daphne gave him her kerchief, a token of her favor.
Let me guess, he never returned.
He did not. She stood here, day upon day, night upon night, trying to spy him.
Till she sprouted roots and turned into a tree? Wonder why.
I will fecking tell you why. To await the moment when Gareth returns, kerchief in hand. That is the power of love. The power of longing. So you must scale Lynx Crag. Search there for a means to free Daphne. I will give you my book of tales to refer to. And good luck, Witcher.
Tales and fables. Jacob proved a true expert on tales. The lumberjack readily explained to Geralt that the woman enchanted in the tree was Daphne, transformed out of a great longing due to her deep love for the knight Gareth, whose return she awaited. Gareth had gone off to scale Lynx Crag, atop which he was to find the witch who dwelled there. He was to force her to lift the drought that plagued the land. Alas, the knight had not returned, and the tale from which the logger drew his knowledge said nothing about what had befallen the knight. If there was any answer to the mystery, it could only be found on Lynx Crag. We have an entry for Daphne's Wrath. Let's check that out. Excuse me, Daphne's Wraith. What am I thinking? During his stay in Toussaint, Geralt involved with a curious case of gynodendromorphy, that is to say, a woman who had been turned into a tree. When one cut into this tree's bark, it bled, and when the wind blew through its leaves, one could hear muffled sobs. Geralt investigated the matter and learned magic, or possibly a curse, was responsible for the transformation, and it surely had something to do with a certain sad episode from the woman's past. The love of Daphne's life, a knight-errant had gone to the Witch of Lynx Crag and never returned, leaving her to wait for him forever, filled with sadness and longing. And we have a book here, Tales and Fables. If I can find the darn thing. Tales and Fables. Sir Gareth and Miss Daphne loved each other so much it hurt. To win the approval of his future father-in-law, Gareth had to perform 7 challenges. The 7th was the hardest. Gareth had to go to Lynx Crag, find the witch who lives there, and convince her to lift the drought that plagued the whole land. Everyone, including Daphne, pleaded with Gareth to humble himself before the witch. You see, the witch from Lynx Crag was spiteful and headstrong, even for a witch, and only an act of true humility could break her icy heart. Gareth, however, had no intention of bending his knee before a witch. Instead, he planned to force her to lift the curse. Nobody knows what happened on Lynx Crag, but Gareth never returned to his beloved. Daphne stood on top of a hill and looked for him day and night. Finally, she turned into a tree so that she may live to see the return of her knight. Such was the strength of her longing and the power of her love. Anyone who plunged his axe blade into the tree would see blood run from the wound. Folk started to avoid that place, leaving Daphne in peace to wait for Gareth. In time, all had forgotten about her. And I remember this village from earlier. This is one of the villages that I liberated.
Here's some free advice, Witchman. If you've no reason to live, live to spite others.
These children are going up to the hill. Hovel? Seriously?
Monsters have mamas and papas.
Not attacking. Doesn't mean it's not a threat, though.
Here we are, Lynx Crag. Arrest warrant. In accordance with Article 161 of the Ducal Code, the Attorney General for the City of Beauclair has designated a reward to be given to whomsoever shall bring before the court one Loth, son of Mark, alias Half-Breed, or else Provide proof of his passing. What's up with the Panthers? They're typically aggressive. They're not doing anything now. It's weird.
Witches. Hut looks inhabited. No sign of the dweller, though. Guess I'll look around.
Greater mutagen transmutator green to red. That's interesting.
Warm. Smells inconclusive. No idea what ingredients are in there.
On the transmutation of bodies. On the transmutation of bodies, the transmutation of bodies is one of the most difficult tasks any mage can undertake. Indeed, one of the most difficult tasks any mage can undertake. Indeed, only the true masters of the art have ever accomplished it, and even though they have only perfected one of its forms, this difficulty arises from psychophysical limitations. Since a mage can only safely transform into an animal with which he is perfectly attuned, a famous example is that of Ulf the Blackbeard, who dwelled for years in a cave with a bear in order to imbibe the life essence of the animal. Remarks on the proper administration of yarrow.
Notes on the use of yarrow stems. Interesting.
Yarrow is first and foremost used for medicinal purposes. As mentioned above, when the leaves of this herb are placed against the flesh, they heal all kinds of trauma, wounds, and sores. Brew it, and the resulting tincture treats the common cold, colic, and loss of appetite. Yet, in addition to their healing properties, the branches of the yarrow plant can be used for fortune-telling. This method of divination might seem strange upon first glance, but is in truth simple and effective. It truly allows one to focus on the query at hand and gain an answer both accurate and satisfying. So what is the deal with this alchemy green to red transmutator? I actually may need that because I'm thinking that's going to allow me to take a lot of the green mutagens that I have and change them to red. I don't even see it here. Formula greater mutagen transmutator, green to red. I don't know where it is. I don't know why it's not showing up in my alchemy listing. You know what? I think I just realized I need to change the search filters, and maybe that'll. There we are. I don't know. Okay. We'll worry about that later. I have to look that up. I have to remember that to look that up, actually. Formula greater mutagen transmutator. Formula greater mutagen transmutator, green to red.
Of spell enhancements or trophies. Arrow broken in half. No doubt to bring bad luck to the archer. Branch of a grapevine. Could be to ensure a good harvest or a bad one. Doll looks like an accessory for casting curses. Silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft, yet it seems I forget from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree girl, do you?
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales. Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the Witch of Lynx Crag, would be hard-pressed to overcome the power of love and longing.
The Lady's Night. You ever make it here?
Sagarath. Yes. He came to sway me, but had a quick change of heart. To be precise, it came after the first night we spent together. He stayed a fair while. Then his conscience got the better of him, and he resolved to return to his beloved.
Might have resolved to, but never made it.
A tragic fate befell him along the way.
You have anything to do with this turn of fate?
Of course. Was I to let another woman have a man who belonged to me? I could not abide it.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse? Please.
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his mage was not my fault.
Alright, so you didn't cast the curse. But could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the tree.
When I saw you enter my hut, I thought, now there is a fellow who shall bend his neck for no one. Stand. None. Not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost, can erase the suffering she has endured. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have its price. A lock of your hair.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell on me?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all time, and will use it for nothing else. You will nag me never again, and you've nothing to fear, I assure you. I always keep my word.
This is fine, got a deal. It's a hard call here. No chance you'll lift the curse from the tree because I say so. No chance. I'll manage on my own. I'm gonna go with the got a deal.
Trust you against my better judgment. Lock of my hair's yours.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Gareth's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Clear?
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
I'm tempted to want to back that up because I have a feeling that I've missed searching the hut, but oh well. let me read this quest a little bit closer. It says Gareth had no intention of bending his knee before Witch. Instead, he planned to force her to lift the curse.
Bones ground into dust. Liber Yvonis. Conclave of Mages banned this tome.
I then came to a place known as Nath Valley in a world known as Shagai. The mind of man cannot comprehend this land, where non-geometric space and blasphemous colors fly in the face of everything our eyes are accustomed to. In that instant, in the moment of my arrival, I teetered on the verge of madness. I shouted a noiseless cry and sweat, bloody sweat, when two suns arose above my head. I fell to my knees and prayed to Zotakwa, not for salvation, but for quick death, and then they came.
A wall of spell enhancements, or trophies. Arrow, broken in half. No doubt to branch off a grapevine. Doll looks like an silk kerchief, monogrammed DF. Could use it to break the curse if it's Daphne's.
None but feral cats stray in here most oft. Yet it seems I've guessed from afar at that. What do you seek in my home?
Silk kerchief.
Already found it.
You do not aim to lift the curse from the tree, girl, do you?
What if I do?
Then you had best know you waste your time. The old tales? Did your Nan not tell them to you? Even I, the Witch of Lynx Crag, would be hard-pressed to...
The Lady's Knight. You ever make it here?
Sagarath. Yes. He came to sway me, but had a quick change of heart. To be precise, it came after the first night we spent together. He stayed a fair while. Then his conscience got the better of him, and he resolved to return to his beloved.
Might have resolved to, but never made it.
Tragic fate befell him along the way.
You have anything to do with this turn of fate?
Of course. Was I to let another woman have a man who belonged to me? I could not abide it.
What if I asked you nicely to lift the curse, please?
Gareth met the fate he deserved. And what happened to his wench was not my fault.
All right, so you didn't cast the curse, but could you help lift it?
I probably could. But why ever would I?
I'll humble myself, prostrate myself before you like the Gareth of the tale did. I beseech you to help me. Lift the curse that imprisoned Daphne in the...
When I saw you enter my heart, I thought, stand. None. Not even I can restore to the lass the years she has lost. We cannot bring her back to life, but I shall tell you how you might let her depart in peace. Yet my aid shall have you.
How can I know you won't use it to cast a spell?
I require this. I must, for with it I will cast a spell to conceal me from you for all.
I'll trust you.
Splendid.
What do I need to do?
You must convince the maiden her beloved yearned to return, but perished in the attempt. Take her silk kerchief and a fragment of Gareth's remains. His bones lie bleaching in the cave beneath this rock. Fire must consume the kerchief and remains. And remember, your heart, your intentions must be pure. Clear?
Yeah. Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. And adieu. Once you walk out that door, never shall we meet again.
What the hell are these? Toussaint Ducal Guard Officer Steel Sword.
A knight's plate armor and some bones. Gareth's remains. These them. Wonder why the armor came apart. Magic? Or he'd just fall from a height? the tree, lift the curse.
Why do I have a feeling that, in hindsight, she's only telling me part of the story? Here's what I think happened now after getting that bone and seeing where his corpse is in the cave underneath. I think she did not lie to me whenever she said that he came to her and she spent a night with him. And she said something to the fact that he longed to return to his mistress, but she would not let another woman stand in the way of the man that belonged to her. And yeah, she basically warned him against returning to his beloved, but he went out and made the attempt to return, and now his corpse is underneath her hut in a cave. So it seems to me that she basically murdered him. Against his own will. Jeez. So yeah, basically I feel the witch actually in reality murdered the knight and did not let him return by basically locking him away in that cave to rot. And I just made a deal with her to where, after giving a lock of my hair to her, I will never see her again. So therefore, I can't ever have the opportunity to bring her to justice. So, anyways, I made those decisions at first, and I'm gonna stick with them.
So? You met the witch. You must have. What did you learn?
That witch? She's not near as bad as folks say. Made me bow and scrape, sure. But I know some sorceresses witchier than her.
Joyous bleeding news, but what about Daphne?
I can lift the curse, free her, by performing a ritual, making a sacrifice of her kerchief and Gareth's remains. But we gotta start at the right time. When the hour comes, I'll light 4 fires for the 4 winds, then begin the ritual.
Fires? Then I shall be of use to you after all. Seems you need wood. Much of it.
Chop as much as you can. I'll see to the rest.
I've chopped and stacked the wood. What now?
My turn. Gotta light fires and talk to the woman enchanted in the tree. No idea how this'll turn out, so just in case, stand at a distance. And if you see me draw my sword, run. Look your last to the world's 4 winds. From the south, not a word. From the east, no cry is heard. From the north, silence sighs. From the west, peer hollow eyes. Cease your vigil, dead. Hear me, you who hide beneath this bark. The day of your freedom has come. Behold a kerchief, proof of your love for another. Behold, a bone of he to whom you offered your love.
Gareth, my Gareth, he shall never return.
No, he won't.
Is his love for me gone? Did he stay true?
I don't think he did, actually. But he did attempt to return to her.
Gareth remained faithful to the end of his days.
The time comes that I depart. I've waited too long. I've suffered too much. And now I wish to go.
Farewell, milady.
I thank you, stranger. And you, my knight. I thank you for speaking to me. For standing vigil at my feet.
I did not think it would end this way. I hoped we could revive her. But I guess it was not to be.
Happily ever after doesn't often happen in life, sadly.
You did well. Here, your pay. And the book is yours as well.
Thanks. Take care of yourself.
So long, Witcher. I must think. Put this straight in my head.
Where is it? Quest complete, a Knight's Tale. It's not in the quest log anymore? There it is, The Knight's Tales. Geralt found the Witch of Link's Crag and did precisely what the knight from Herrera's Tales was said to have done. He bowed before her and asked her for help. Though fussy, the witch seemed appeased and betrayed the manner in which the woman imprisoned in the tree could be freed. The success was bittersweet, however, as neither the witch nor the witcher could restore to the woman the life she had lost. Shortly after being freed, her spirit left this world, though it did so at peace with its fate. Let's see where this is going to take me next.
I do what they pay me to. That's it.
Holy crap. bag of grain. What? I can't go in here? Oh, wait a tick. These darn arch spores, damn it. Cursed oil, Ard, and Igni.
like an Archospore killed him. Should search the body.
Fragment of a letter. Clean the hatchery, and be quick about it. Some Witcher started snooping around the place. Be careful getting rid of the rest of the bulbs. They're set to sprout any day now. Remember, destroy every last letter and note from you-know-who. Leave not a single trace. Rest of the letter burned away.
Letter suggests a third party's behind the troubles at Lee's and Tilda's vineyards. Still don't know who, though. And I'm no longer likely to find out. Damn it.
The dugout was almost completely empty. At any rate, the Witcher found nothing to help him identify the individual behind the sabotage at Coronata and Vermentino. Their mystery remained unsolved.
Let's go! Oh! You shan't find anything better in all Toussaint. Oh! Come on, Roach.
Oh, why you hunter?
Oh, bloody hell! That's it, Roach.
Ooh. Don't crowd around.
Go, go.
Wait a second, have I been here before? I have not.
Whoa there, Roach.
Good F
Massacre at the estate of Durand de Savarin. Elven statues come to life to slaughter members of the History of Toussaint Friends Society. Citizens, beware of history and elves alike. And stones, hewn or otherwise. A hecatomb at the Doran Alma estate. Sir Knight, beware of head crumbs. Removing your helmet once daily helps prevent ailments of the skull.
To be honest, every last man Jacques in these parts has but wine and women on the brain.
Massacre at the estate of Durand de Savarin. To slaughter them.
Greetings.
A witcher from the School of the Wolf, here in Tucson. Greetings. I'm Lazar Lafargue.
Geralt of Rivia. Seem pretty enthused. Got a job for me?
Rather. Mind you, it's no monster hunt, but I'm sure you'll be interested all the same. I'm an armorer, see, and I've for years sought diagrams for witcher armor of exceptional quality, Grandmaster level.
Heard of them. Never seen any, though. Thought they were lost.
Not quite. For I've been lucky enough to learn that their holders came to Tucson. Alas, they then perished, but I know where. I just need a partner to help me retrieve them.
Sure thing,
If you know
dude.
where to look. Why not get them yourself?
No offense, but do I look like a rough-hewn adventurer? Besides, who would serve my clients while I romped about seeking them? No, I'd rather leave it to someone familiar with such matters. Bring me the diagrams, and from them I'll forge for you whatever you fancy.
Would you craft something for me?
Of course.
I don't think I have anything really worth crafting at this point. Especially not in like the level 40 range.
What do you have on offer? All these diagrams somehow wound up in Toussaint? How is that even possible?
Toussaint was once home to Tiensail, a legendary and now deceased elfin master armorer. Witches from all corners of the world came to him to forge their plate, their mail.
Heard about him. Supposed to have been the best.
And thus he charged the king's witches would take difficult, dangerous work to earn the coin to pay him. Some, alas, met with misfortune, and the diagrams they carried were left to rot with their earthly remains.
Got it. Find them, find the diagrams. But how can I know where to look for their remains?
As it happens, I learned my trade at Jensail's side. So I heard the stories of the missing witches firsthand. What he told me, well, that is what discouraged me from seeking the diagrams out myself. We must strike a deal. I shall tell you all I know. In return, once you've found the diagrams, you will let me draft a copy.
This elven master, how'd he end up taking a human for an apprentice?
My father forged armor. As a youngster, I helped him, then began forging my own pieces. Master Tiansail saw my work and offered to take me on as his apprentice. Only now, years on, do I realize the honor that was. Alas, my master perished in a massacre later, slain by racists. Though he taught me everything he knew, I did not manage to complete the guild's requirements for Grand Master while he lived. I know I have no equal in the trade. Yet, until I complete Witcher armor of Grandmaster quality, I shall never be certain I've become my teacher's equal.
Where do I look for these diagrams?
I know of 5 likely fallen witches, each from a different school of the wolf, griffin, cat, bear, and manticore. Which should I start with?
Tell me about my brother, the wolf.
His name was Aton. I remember him well. My master liked him, helped him find a safe, yet a well-paid contract. A few years ago, an archaeological expedition arrived in Toussaint from Castel Gropian. They questioned my master about the elfin ruins at Termes. He warned them of the danger there and recommended they take Aton as an escort.
What kind of danger did he mean? Any idea?
Legend claims wraiths haunt the chambers beneath Termes. Cannot say if there is any truth to this, but both the scholars and the Witcher disappeared without a trace.
The Griffin. What can you tell me about him?
He came some 200 years ago, but my master remembered him well. This Witcher was not stripped of emotions, you see, as his colleagues were. He had taken on a contract at Fort Usa and required better gear. He showed my master his diagrams, paid a deposit, and was never seen again. Apparently he rode off one night from the fort, never to return.
Any idea where he went?
No. It said he left in a rush, so he may have left something behind. Only ruins remain of Fort Usar, but you may wish to search them.
Let's talk about the cat.
A year ago, Bartolome Delaunay, the ducal armorer, asked me to confirm the authenticity of a Witcher diagram he had received by messenger. You see, at the time he was working on new armor for the ducal guard. A Witcher from the School of the Cat offered to sell him diagrams for a full set of gear. The diagrams would have been helpful indeed.
The diagram you saw, was it really a Witcher diagram?
Beyond any doubt. It's a shame Delaunay didn't let me draft a copy. He was quite shaken up, afraid the Witcher might simply kill him and take his coin. Possibly a well-founded fear. Soon after, Delaunay disappeared without a trace. I would have searched his former home for clues, but it has fallen into disrepair, and it is simply too dangerous there.
Tell me more about the bear, can you?
He appeared shortly after Master Tiansail took me on as his apprentice. I remember the bear-head medallion that hung from his neck. I remember a towering Witcher who haggled like a fishwife.
Witchers never have too much coin.
True. This one clearly was not wealthy. But he pledged to bring us coin after he completed a contract at the Tufo vineyard, where a building had just collapsed. Time passed. The bear never showed. And my master sent me to the Tufo estate. As it turned out, the Witcher had indeed accepted a job. Yet that was all they heard of him, and that is all I know.
School of the Manticore. Probably know the least about it, though once, long ago, wore some armor forged there.
My master said the Manticores have their fortress in the far east. A century past, one of their number came to him, a witcher named Merton. He made a poor impression on my master. He stank like a dwarfen still, and quarreled fiercely all the time. Tien Sahil slammed the door in his face and told him to return when he sobered up. He would conduct no business with a drunk. The Witcher, however, failed to return. Folk say he got into a booze-fueled brawl with the Ducal Guard. He was arrested and sentenced. Bastoy Prison, where he was held, well, it's been a ruin for years. Still, you may want to start your search there.
Farewell.
Good luck on the path.
I just got a boatload of scavenger hunts.
Ladies, gentlemen, DuPont, all manner of goods and services, cheap, reliable. Purchase today what you planned to purchase.
A fruitful hunt to you, Witcher. A smashing place we have, eh? Wine by the barrel, peace and quiet, lovely views.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald
Oh, nice tune.
Closed? Why, we waited an entire day to see it. What a cheat, sir.
And we paid good coin for the tickets. Give it back.
Your tickets remain valid. You must merely wait patiently for the exhibition to reopen.
The exhibition of the Reginald d'Aubry Monument will remain closed until further notice. Information about the exhibition's reopening will be provided shortly.
Disperse! The exhibition of the Reginald d'Aubry Monument will remain closed until further notice.
Closed? Why, we wrote an... See it? You're a cheat, sir.
And we paid good coin for the tickets. Give it back.
Your tick...
It's ripping people off.
Please disperse! The exhibition is closed.
What's this about?
Oh, Labiota, give me strength. I can't bear this, please. I believe I've been clear. No presentation today. Oh, wait. Are you not that famous witcher, Geralt of Rivia? I believe I have work for you.
What kind of work?
Work related to the monument to Reginald d'Aubry. The matter is a delicate one, but mind you, I pay well. Alas, I can say no more at this stage. Interested?
The statue. Just tell me, what's the problem?
A picture's worth 1,000 words. More, I dare say. Come with me. I'll show you. Here it is. Our pride and joy, Reginald d'Aubry. a giant among lovers, a poking, puncturing swordsman, and atop all that, an unrifled tittler of harps and other organs.
So what's wrong with it?
How should I put this? It's lost its jewels.
Somebody stole the testicles off a statue.
No ordinary statue, mind you. The sole monument made using a cast of the great Reginald's own genitals, certified and authenticated. Sprung directly from his loins, they grant all who stroke them unparalleled virility.
Oh my
All
god.
who buy a ticket, that is. Thus, you must retrieve those stones.
Got my attention. Now tell me about this Reginald, all you know.
There's so much to tell. Legend has it he and the architect Pharamond planned and laid out Beauclair.
Impressed already.
In particular, Reginald took great pains to devise escape routes for lovers caught with their pants down. Literally and metaphorically. He later made frequent use of them himself. Not out of fear, mind you, but to avoid having to kill his rivals in duels.
Got any suspects?
Considering the vast potency of Reginald's prized pouch, everyone's a suspect. Who would not want it for himself?
Any idea when the theft took place?
It must have been mere hours ago. I guided the last group through the exposition quite recently. Stones were very much in place.
Need to look around. Might find a clue or two.
Do what you must. As long as you return grasping Reginald's stones. Without them, Beauclair's entire tourist sector faces trying times. Don't worry, Reginald, don't worry.
Great balls of granite. Goodness gracious, great balls of granite. A local art curator asked Geralt for help in a matter concerning the statue of Reginald d'Aubry, a local legend and national hero. Since the matter was of delicate nature, he asked the Witcher maintain absolute discretion. Geralt accepted the contract, not knowing he was in for quite the shock when the details of what he was to investigate and why were made known.
It will all work out.
Saw marks are straight and clean. Precision castration, I'd call this.
Don't worry, Reginald, don't worry. You shall be whole again soon.
Coat fabric caught on the nail. Heavy on cologne. Smell it'll lead me to the thief.
It must.
They say that I've never thought has such extraordinary beauties. There's nothing less if he dyes their skirts.
Problems? Hire a witcher. It's a good thing you've come.
The beauty's chapped heels are boring heartburn.
Sir! Sir! A letter for you, sir!
Letter? Who from?
Can't rightly say, sir. I was asked to deliver it.
Thanks.
No, sir. Thank you. And I truly hope I'll be of service again.
Dearest.
I suspect weighty affairs, rather than merely the wine festival, have drawn you to Toussaint. Perhaps you'll find time to probe a certain matter in spite of this.
Yennefer.
I recently came across the mention of one Professor Moreau, a scholar in Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. Though the details are rather murky, as is the location of the scholar's laboratory, his journal could contain more information. It lies buried with him in his tomb. I enclose a map I found in the book I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. I felt this matter could prove of some importance to you, thus I dispatched this letter without delay. Whatever you decide, please take exceedingly good care of yourself. Your Yen.
A professor who studied Witcher mutations. Might actually be worth looking into.
Turn and face the stranger. And we just heard her read that.
Witcher. They're smearing his hiney with honey. I don't know why.
My foo-foo out! On the V.
Wait a second. Oh my gosh.
Truly, to send a Witcher against the beast?
One more! And another two!
I accidentally doubled back to where I came from.
You are the famed Geralt of Rivia, are you not?
Scent leads to this door. Oop. Sorry to interrupt, I guess.
This is not what it seems. Word of honor. I tripped, rolled, and tumbled, then landed where she already lay.
Psst! Hughes! That's not him!
I swear, this is all an unfortunate coincidence. A series thereof.
That's not my husband.
You mean, not your husband? Who are you? And why are you in my home? Out! Now, or I'll summon the guards!
Calm down. Just here to talk.
I believe we have nothing to talk about.
Oh, we do. We do. Just to kick things off, you're in great form for a man your age.
Well, I eat well, start the day with a glass of wine. That preserves the body wonderfully.
Interesting. Might try it. Say, ever heard of Reginald Dobry, his statue?
Everyone in the city's heard of it. Reginald's a paragon, a national hero.
That's so. You seem well informed, Hughes. Maybe you know who stole Reginald's testicles.
I can explain everything. This...
Rosalinda! I know you're in there! You and that fancy pants of yours!
Oh no, not him too. This really is not my day.
Now the husband shows up.
Got you, you rogue! Prepare for a shellacking, scallop! What the laugh's this? Rosalinda! One I could forgive you, but two at one time!
Wait, got nothing to do with this.
Take me for a fool? I'll teach you to fish in another man's pond!
Got no time for this. Go home.
Yes, that'll be best. I'm done here.
I don't know you, but that would have gone horribly for me had you not intervened. I thank you for saving my skin.
Mm-hmm. So, time to talk.
Rosalinda, my dove, please allow us a moment. All right. I admit I stole the stones, and you will never believe it, but they work. Today, Rosalinda and I were 3 times and counting.
3 times? Impressive.
Isn't it? At my age. That's more than the entire last decade.
All the same, you stole those stones and you gotta return them.
Listen, perhaps we might strike a deal. Hmm? Let me keep the stones. I'll pay you. Grant me this, I beg you. They've made me young again.
Willing to lend them to you.
No chance. Need to take the stones, pure and simple.
But if you were to leave them with me for a day or two, 3 at the most.
Shit out of luck. Sorry.
At the day's end, it's good I had a chance to use them at all. Here, take them.
Thanks. And good luck. Actually think you'll do just fine without them.
Art is not life's bread.
Women love tears, men prefer wine.
This no ointment could help. Art is not life's bread, and
A bottle of wine's enough for 2, provided one's not drinking.
I might level off completing this quest, so that'll be nice. But I didn't even say, I didn't even make the announcement. It looks like we're officially in Beauclair, the capital city, which is awesome.
Well, have you recovered Reginald's family jewels?
Yep, got them back.
Lepiotus luscious lips, it's them! It's really them! I hope this modest reward nonetheless conveys the extent of my gratitude.
There I go.
And look in on us tomorrow for the grand reopening. You shall stroke Reginald at no charge on the house.
Geralt was able to retrieve Beauclair's most valuable jewels, and Reginald de Aubrey's statue was once again made whole. Thanks to this, both the curator and a great number of local matrons were highly satisfied. People in general were more relaxed and merry. A bumper crop of children was on its way, and tourism to Beauclair reached new heights, all thanks to a humble witcher. I don't recall who gave me this old map of Toussaint. Let's go ahead and see what options we have in character development.
Hire a witcher. It's a good thing you've come.
All right, we're an hour and 49 minutes in. We just completed a quest, and it, we achieved a new level. We're now like level 42, I think. Let me see here. Yeah, level 42. And I haven't had breakfast or lunch today, and it's already 11:55. It's going on the noon hour. So I think this would be a good time to stop. We've loaded up on a new quest, new tasks that are going to help us out in the next stream. When I say help us out, I mean, well, help us out progress. We have new quests to get new Witcher gear that's going to actually make us more powerful. And I'm still wondering whether we'll pursue those in the next stream, but most likely we won't. I think logically what we'll do next stream is we'll finish exploring Beauclair, picking up any quest along the way. I'm essentially here to go see the Ducal Camerlino, but as you can see, this is a massive city, pretty big city, so the next stream might completely be dedicated to exploring this town. For example, I've been to the Grandmaster Smith shop, but I haven't been to the shopkeeper here, or the armorer, the blacksmith and the armorer over here, which is on the other city block. And we have this here, the Ducal Camerlingo. And we're probably going to load up on a bunch of Witcher contracts there, now that I see what he does. Says he's the official who doles out rewards for contracts. Another thing I need to remind myself is we have 2 inns here where we can play for more Gwent cards. And one thing that I will do while I'm offline is I'll look up that alchemy device or recipe that I got that allows you to change from green mutagens to red mutagens, because I can't find it in my inventory. So I'm wondering what's up with that. Do I really have it, and how do I use it? So, but yeah, other than that, geez, there's still a lot of content here, man, and this is just an expansion. This is crazy. But this is Memorial Day weekend. So I got a lot of time to myself this weekend. So most likely I'll be streaming again. If I can carve out some time later tonight, probably around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I might be able to stream for an extra hour or two. But I typically try to get to bed before midnight at least. During the work week, I try to get to bed around 9:30, 10 o'clock. But on the weekends, I might stay up a little bit. So try to catch me then, tonight, 11 or 12. And if I'm not on 11 or 12 tonight, it'll be tomorrow. Around this time, around like 10 o'clock, 9:30, 9:45, 10 o'clock. So, peace. And you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend.